Before we dive in, drop a comment right now and tell me which country you're watching from. I want to see how far this message is reaching across the globe. Whether you're in the United States, India, the UK, Australia, Canada, or anywhere else on this planet, this information is going to change the game for you. Now here's a question that's going to blow your mind. What if I told you that the secret to unlocking your masculine vitality, your sexual power, your confidence in the bedroom isn't hidden in expensive supplements, prescription medications, or complicated protocols, but is literally sitting right now in your kitchen spice rack? I know that sounds too simple. I know you're probably skeptical, but stick with me for the next few minutes because I'm going to share an ancient practice that modern science is finally catching up to. A simple 60-second ritual that men have been using for thousands of years to transform their performance, skyrocket their energy, and reclaim the confidence they thought was gone forever. This isn't theory. This isn't speculation. This is backed by both centuries of traditional use and cutting-edge scientific research. And by the end of this, you're going to have the exact protocol you need to start seeing real results in your own life starting tomorrow morning. Let me introduce you to the powerhouse we're talking about today, cloves. Not just any kitchen spice, but one of nature's most concentrated sources of masculine vitality that's been hiding in plain sight for centuries. These small nail-shaped flower buds from the Syzygium aromaticum tree pack more punch per gram than almost any other natural substance when it comes to male sexual health and performance enhancement. Cloves have been revered across ancient civilizations for thousands of years. In traditional Chinese medicine, they were classified as a warming herb that tonifies the kidney yang, which in their system directly correlates to male sexual vitality and reproductive power. The Ayurvedic practitioners of India considered cloves a potent Vajikara herb, a category reserved exclusively for substances that enhance virility, stamina, and sexual prowess. Arab physicians in the medieval period prescribed cloves specifically for male impotence and low libido, and these weren't just folk remedies based on superstition. These ancient healers were observing real, tangible results in their patients generation after generation. What makes cloves so extraordinarily powerful for men's sexual health comes down to their unique chemical composition. The primary active compound in cloves is eugenol, which makes up approximately 70 to 90% of the essential oil content. Eugenol is a phenolic compound with remarkable properties that directly impact the mechanisms underlying male sexual function. When you chew raw cloves, you're releasing this concentrated eugenol, along with other synergistic compounds like beta-caryophyllene, eugenyl acetate, and various flavonoids that work together in what scientists call an entourage effect, meaning they're more powerful together than they would be in isolation. The beauty of cloves specifically for male performance lies in their multi-pathway approach to sexual health. Unlike single-mechanism pharmaceutical interventions that might address one aspect of sexual function, cloves work simultaneously on several critical systems. They influence nitric oxide production, which is the master regulator of blood flow to erectile tissue. They modulate inflammatory pathways that can interfere with healthy testosterone production. They provide powerful antioxidant protection to the delicate cells in the testes where testosterone is manufactured. They stimulate thermogenesis and circulation throughout the pelvic region. And they have documented effects on neurotransmitter systems involved in arousal and desire. What's particularly fascinating about cloves compared to other spices that might have some benefits for male health is their unique ability to be absorbed directly through the oral mucosa when chewed. This sublingual absorption pathway means that the active compounds enter your bloodstream within minutes, bypassing the digestive system where many beneficial compounds get broken down or poorly absorbed. This is why chewing whole cloves is exponentially more effective than simply adding ground cloves to your food or taking a clove supplement in capsule form. You're getting direct, rapid delivery of these bioactive compounds into your circulation where they can immediately begin exerting their effects. The concentration of beneficial compounds in cloves is truly remarkable when you compare it to other natural substances promoted for male health. While herbs like ginseng or maca might require several grams of material to achieve therapeutic effects, the active dose of cloves is measured in just 2 to 3 whole buds. This concentration means you're getting an incredibly potent intervention in a very small package. The eugenol content alone in this small amount is sufficient to trigger measurable increases in nitric oxide synthesis, which is the same mechanism that pharmaceutical options target, but through a natural, side effect-free pathway that works with your body's own systems rather than forcing artificial responses. The specific time frame of 60 seconds isn't arbitrary or chosen for dramatic effect. This precise duration represents the optimal window for maximal compound extraction and absorption from the clove buds into your oral mucosa and bloodstream. Understanding why this exact timing matters will help you appreciate the sophistication of this ancient practice and why rushing through it or extending it unnecessarily won't give you the same results. When you first place whole cloves in your mouth and begin chewing, your teeth rupture the cellular structure of the dried flower bud, releasing the essential oil that's been concentrated and stored within. This oil doesn't just leak out passively. The mechanical action of chewing creates pressure that literally squeezes these potent compounds out of their storage compartments. During the first 15 to 20 seconds of chewing, you're primarily breaking down the physical structure and initiating the release process. The taste intensifies dramatically during this phase as more and more eugenol-rich oil floods your mouth. Many men want to stop here because the sensation is powerful, even overwhelming at first, but this is exactly when the magic is just beginning. Between 20 and 40 seconds of continuous chewing, something crucial happens at the cellular level. The eugenol and other bioactive compounds begin penetrating through the mucous membranes lining your mouth, tongue, and inner cheeks. These membranes are incredibly thin and highly vascularized, meaning they're packed with tiny blood vessels sitting just beneath the surface. Unlike the thick, protective lining of your stomach and intestines, which is designed to be a barrier, your oral mucosa is designed for absorption. This is why certain medications are administered sublingually or through the cheek. The compounds pass directly into your bloodstream without being metabolized by the liver first, a phenomenon called first-pass metabolism that destroys or weakens many beneficial substances when taken orally as pills or in food. The final 20 seconds of your 60-second ritual serves multiple critical functions. First, you're ensuring complete extraction of the oil from the clove material. Second, you're maximizing the contact time between these compounds and your absorbent oral tissues. Third, and this is often overlooked, you're allowing the compounds to interact with enzymes in your saliva that can actually enhance their bioavailability. Your saliva contains specific enzymes that begin breaking down complex molecules into forms that are even more readily absorbed. This predigestion happens right in your mouth, priming these compounds for immediate utilization once they enter your bloodstream. The simplicity of this 60-second practice is actually one of its greatest strengths for busy men who don't have time for complicated supplement protocols or lengthy routines. You can do this while checking your phone, getting dressed, waiting for your coffee to brew, or during any other part of your morning routine. There's no preparation required beyond having whole cloves accessible. There's no measuring, no mixing, no timing multiple supplements, or worrying about taking things with or without food. You simply take 2 to 3 whole cloves, place them in your mouth, chew slowly and deliberately for 60 seconds while the oils coat every surface, and then either swallow them with water or spit out the remaining plant material. The immediacy of this ritual is another aspect that sets it apart from other natural approaches to male sexual health. When you take traditional supplements in capsule form, you're looking at a minimum of 30 to 60 minutes before any compounds even begin entering your bloodstream, and often much longer for full absorption. With the 60-second chewing method, bioactive compounds are hitting your bloodstream within 3 to 5 minutes. This rapid delivery means that if you perform this ritual in the morning, you're setting up your entire day with enhanced circulation, supported hormonal function, and optimized blood flow from the very start. The effects build throughout the day, rather than you waiting hours to feel anything. Consistency with this 60-second practice is where the transformation really happens. While you might notice some immediate effects like increased alertness, better energy, and a warming sensation throughout your body, the profound changes to sexual function, performance, and vitality come from daily repetition. Each morning that you perform this ritual, you're sending fresh waves of these beneficial compounds through your system, and over time, this creates cumulative effects. Your body begins adapting at the cellular level. Nitric oxide production becomes more efficient. Testosterone receptors become more sensitive. Blood vessels in the pelvic region develop better tone and responsiveness. The consistency transforms this from a one-time boost into a genuine recalibration of your masculine vitality. The transformation that occurs when you commit to this daily practice goes far beyond what most men expect from a simple spice. We're talking about unlocking capabilities that have been dormant or declining, restoring function that you might have thought was gone forever, and elevating performance to levels you haven't experienced in years, or possibly ever. These aren't exaggerations or marketing hype. These are documented, measurable changes that occur when you provide your body with the specific compounds it needs to optimize male sexual function and vitality. The first hidden power that gets unlocked is enhanced blood circulation, and this is absolutely foundational to everything else. Poor circulation is the silent killer of male performance. You can have healthy testosterone levels, strong desire, and perfect psychological readiness. But if blood isn't flowing efficiently to erectile tissue, nothing else matters. The eugenol in cloves acts as a potent vasodilator by stimulating endothelial cells to produce nitric oxide. These endothelial cells line every blood vessel in your body, and when they release nitric oxide, the smooth muscle in vessel walls relaxes and the vessels expand. This expansion means more blood volume can flow through with less resistance. For male sexual function, this translates directly to stronger, more reliable erections, but the benefits extend throughout your entire body. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your muscles, your brain, your organs, and every cell. Men often report feeling warmer, having better energy, experiencing improved focus, and even seeing better workout recovery, all stemming from this enhanced circulatory function. The second hidden power is natural testosterone support, and this works through multiple sophisticated mechanisms that address the root causes of declining testosterone, rather than just artificially boosting numbers. Cloves are exceptionally high in antioxidants, particularly compounds that can cross into the testes where testosterone is manufactured. The testes are extremely vulnerable to oxidative damage because testosterone production involves delicate enzymatic processes that free radicals can disrupt. When oxidative stress is high, testosterone production drops. The antioxidants in cloves, especially eugenol and various flavonoids, provide direct protection to these testosterone-producing cells. Additionally, compounds in cloves have been shown in research to support the health and function of Leydig cells, which are the specific cells responsible for synthesizing testosterone. This isn't about forcing your body to produce more testosterone through artificial stimulation. This is about removing the obstacles and providing the cellular environment for your natural production to function optimally. Men who maintain this practice often see improvements not just in testosterone levels, but in how efficiently their body uses that testosterone, with better receptor sensitivity and reduced conversion to estrogen. The third hidden power is improved stamina and endurance, both in the bedroom and in daily life. This stems from the circulatory improvements already mentioned, but also from cloves' effects on energy metabolism at the cellular level. The compounds in cloves help optimize mitochondrial function, and mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells where energy is produced. When mitochondria work efficiently, you have more sustained energy without the crashes that come from stimulants like caffeine. For sexual performance specifically, stamina means the difference between disappointing encounters and truly satisfying experiences. The increased blood flow ensures erectile tissue stays engorged longer. The improved cellular energy production means your muscles, including the smooth muscle involved in erection, can maintain tension and function for extended periods. The hormonal support ensures your libido doesn't fade halfway through. Many men report being able to last significantly longer and even being ready for multiple rounds in ways they haven't experienced since their 20s. The fourth hidden power is better arousal response, which encompasses both the physical and neurological aspects of sexual readiness. Arousal isn't just about desire in your mind or blood flow to your genitals. It's a complex cascade involving nerve sensitivity, neurotransmitter release, hormonal signaling, and vascular responsiveness all working together. Cloves contain compounds that stimulate nerve endings, increasing tactile sensitivity and making touch feel more intense and pleasurable. They influence neurotransmitter systems involved in pleasure and reward, particularly dopamine pathways that drive motivation and desire. The warming properties of cloves increase sensation in the pelvic region, making arousal feel stronger and more urgent. Men practicing this ritual consistently report that they feel more responsive to stimulation, experience stronger desire spontaneously throughout the day, and find themselves thinking about sex with the enthusiasm and frequency they remember from their younger years. This isn't artificial stimulation, like what you'd get from questionable supplements. This is your body's natural arousal systems functioning at their optimal capacity because you've provided the nutritional and biochemical support they need to work properly. The practice of chewing cloves for male vitality isn't just ancient folklore that happens to persist. There's a fascinating convergence happening where traditional wisdom and modern scientific research are meeting and validating each other. When we look at what ancient medical systems observed empirically over thousands of years and compare it to what contemporary research is discovering through controlled studies and biochemical analysis, the correlation is striking and lends serious credibility to this practice. Ancient medical traditions across multiple cultures independently arrived at similar conclusions about cloves and male sexual health, which is itself compelling evidence. Traditional Chinese medicine texts dating back over 2,000 years classified cloves as a kidney yang tonic, and in their system, kidney yang directly governs sexual function, reproductive capacity, and vital essence in men. Ayurvedic medicine in India placed cloves in the Vajikara category, reserved for premier aphrodisiacs and virility enhancers. Arabic and Persian medical texts from the medieval period contain detailed prescriptions using cloves specifically for male impotence and low libido. These weren't random guesses. These were careful observations of cause and effect over countless generations of clinical practice. Modern science is now explaining the mechanisms behind what these ancient physicians observed. Research has identified eugenol as the primary bioactive compound in cloves, and studies have demonstrated its ability to stimulate nitric oxide synthase, the enzyme responsible for producing nitric oxide in endothelial cells. This is the exact same mechanism that pharmaceutical interventions for erectile dysfunction target, just through synthetic pathways. Studies on animal models have shown that clove extracts can significantly increase mounting frequency, intromission frequency, and overall sexual performance metrics. Research published in peer-reviewed journals has documented cloves' protective effects on testicular tissue and their ability to maintain healthy testosterone levels even under oxidative stress conditions. The antioxidant capacity of cloves has been measured using standardized scientific methods, and they rank among the highest of all natural substances, with ORAC values that exceed most other spices and herbs by significant margins. Knowledge without application is worthless, and that's why understanding exactly how to integrate this practice into your daily life is crucial for actually experiencing the benefits we've discussed. The beauty of this ritual is that it requires minimal time investment while delivering maximum results, but only if you approach it strategically and consistently. The optimal time to perform this ritual is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. There are specific physiological reasons why morning timing produces superior results. Your testosterone levels naturally peak in the early morning hours, typically within the first hour after waking. By introducing these supportive compounds when your hormonal system is already primed, you're amplifying your body's natural rhythms rather than working against them. Additionally, on an empty stomach, there's no competition for absorption. Your oral mucosa and digestive system aren't dealing with food particles, other nutrients, or digestive processes that could interfere with or dilute the effects of the clove compounds. The morning timing also sets up your entire day with enhanced circulation and hormonal support, rather than trying to play catch-up in the afternoon or evening. The frequency that produces optimal results is daily practice for a minimum of 21 consecutive days. This 3-week minimum isn't random. It takes approximately 21 days for your body to begin adapting at the cellular level to new inputs. Your endothelial cells need time to become more efficient at nitric oxide production. Your Leydig cells need consistent antioxidant protection to recover their optimal testosterone-producing capacity. Your neural pathways need repeated stimulation to strengthen arousal responses. Missing days disrupts this adaptation process. Think of it like going to the gym. One great workout doesn't build muscle. Consistent daily or near-daily training over weeks and months creates transformation. The same principle applies here. Regarding what to expect in terms of timeline, the effects build progressively rather than appearing all at once. During the first week, most men notice immediate effects like fresher breath, increased mental alertness, a warming sensation throughout the body, and better morning energy levels. These are the acute effects from improved circulation and the stimulating properties of eugenol. Between weeks 2 and 3, the deeper changes become apparent with noticeably improved blood flow to the pelvic region, enhanced genital sensitivity, stronger and more frequent morning erections, and increased spontaneous desire throughout the day. After 30 days of consistent practice, the full transformation manifests with significantly improved erectile quality and reliability, better stamina and endurance during sexual activity, heightened pleasure and sensation, more consistent arousal and libido, and overall improved confidence in sexual performance. To maximize benefits, this practice works synergistically with other fundamental health behaviors. Staying well hydrated throughout the day ensures optimal blood volume for circulation. Getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep supports testosterone production and recovery. Engaging in regular resistance training further boosts testosterone and improves vascular health. Managing stress through any method that works for you prevents cortisol from sabotaging your hormonal balance. Minimizing alcohol consumption protects erectile function and hormonal health. These aren't additional complicated protocols, but rather basic lifestyle foundations that allow the clove ritual to work even more powerfully. Chew this spice for 60 seconds and unlock your hidden power.